Welcome back. This is part 2 of my Family Guy DVD collection. We looked at the era where Seth MacFarlane was the forefront, like the showrunner. He's still executive producer now, I think. Like, he does the voices still. But he was not the showrunner. After 2011, he stopped being the showrunner so he could work on other projects like Ted and stuff. Like, especially when you were working on, like, showrunning 3 animated shows at once, that's a lot of work at the time. So I could see why he needed a break, and he wanted to make movies, and he later had the Orville. I don't think the Orville's still running. I would assume it's not. So, but still, it's so this next era is after this next era is like after Seth MacFarlane stopped being showrunner, but before Disney took over production. And season 16 and 17, they started to get more into the sort of cancel culture kind of thing as well, so it's kind of different as well. But still, this next era of Family Guy is still solid. It's different, but again, it's not as, like, the humor's a lot changed, but it's still, it's hard to tell for a lot of people when exactly Family Guy changed, but that's why I divided it up into sort of 3 sort of things. There's a lot of ways you could divide it up, I guess, but yeah. We started off with Volume 11, which was later reprinted as Season 10, so for now they're doing full seasons in these sets, which is nice. For some reason this one's rated PG. A couple of these sets are PG. They should be fortunate, but I guess maybe we become so desensitized by Family Guy's humor. Special features, we have commentary by series writers, directors, producers, and select episodes, deleted scenes, fishing around with Ricky Gervais and episode audio outtakes, Ron MacFarlane reads viewer mail, select scene animatics, and looking back at the pilot. And there's the 3 discs. More Peter, more often. Family Guy weeknights. Check your local listings. So disc 1, we have Lottery Fever, Seahorse Seashell Party, Screams of Silence, the story of Brenda Q, Stewie Goes for a Drive, Back to the Pilot, Thanksgiving, and Amish Guy. Disc 2, we have Cool Hand Peter, Grumpy Old Man, Quagmire and Meg, The Blind Side, Living on a Prayer, Tom Tucker, The Man in His Dream, Be Careful What You Fish For, Burning Down the Bayet. And then Disc 3, we have Killer Queen, Forget Me Not, You Can't Do That on Television, Peter, Mr. and Mrs. Stewie, Lego My Mego, T. Peter, Family Guy Viewer Mail number 2, and Internal Affairs. That was released September 24th, 2013. I don't know if I mentioned the other part, but yeah, the Volume 9 was released September 25th, 2012. This was released September 24th, 2013. And then here we have Volume 12, celebrating the 200th episode. This was released in December of 2013. Because again, there was a long wait between a lot of these things, so they decided to have a catch-up. 22 episodes in a 3-disc set. This one's also rated PG. Sorry, holding the camera for that long is making my hand fall asleep, so it's, anyways. Special features on here, we have commentary by series writers, directors, producers, and cast members on select episodes, deleted scenes, 200 episodes later, 200th episode table read, select scene animatics, and 2012 Comic-Con panel. There's Disc 1, Disc 2, and Disc 3. It's the chicken fight. So the episodes, Disc 1, we have Into Fat Air, Ratings Guy, The Old Man in the Big Sea, Yug Illimov. I think that's how you say that. It's Family Guy spelled backwards. Joe's Revenge, Lois Comes Out of Her Shell, Friends Without Benefits. Disc 2, we have Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, Space Cadet, Brian's Play, The Giggity Wife, Valentine's Day and Quahog, Crisscross, Call Girl, and Turban Cowboy. And then Disc 3, we have 12 and a Half Angry Men, Big Fat, Total Recall, Save the Clam, Farmer Guy, Roads to Vegas, and No Country Club for Old Men. And then starting with Season 12, they decided to call them seasons. I know these 2 were later reprinted as Season 10 and Season 11, respectively. But I have the original Volume 11 and Volume 12. So here's Season 12. That one is Life of Brian, one of the most controversial television episodes of all time. 21 episodes in a 3-disc set. I'm just reading it like Peter being sad because of Brian dying there. So, special features, we have commentary by series writers, directors, producers, and cast members on select episodes. Deleted scenes, Brian Griffin in memoriam, sort of. Consuelo mashup, an episode animatic on Christmas Guy. season. And there's the disc there. The thing. That's the thing. Sometimes the covers underneath are better, and sometimes like they're like, because I prefer the covers with like more artwork like this than like, because this volume 11 one, the slipcover was just Stewie on a green background. Whereas this one, it's the opposite. This is the cover, and then this is the slipcover. You can see the discs, they must have changed that to season 12 last minute because the discs still say volume 13. That's why it's so confusing, why they should have just kept... I think because of that, the confusingness, they should have just kept calling them volumes. So disc 1, we have Finders Keepers, Vestigial Peter, Quagmire's Quagmire, A Fistful of Meg, Boopity Boppity, Life of Brian, In Harmony's Way. Disc 2, we have Christmas Guy, Peter Problems, Grimjaw, Brian's a Bad Father, Mom's the Word, Three Acts of God, and Fresh Air. Disc 3, we have Secondhand Spoke, Herpy the Love Sword, The Most Interesting Man in the World, Baby Got Black, Meg Stinks, He's Black, and Chap Stewie. And then, this is an ad for the Family Guy, The Quest for Stuff by Tiny Co. Available in the App Store, Google Play, and Kindle Fire. Brian's there, and the squirrel kicks him. Huh, that guy sucked. Brian is quite a terrible character, actually. Like he's like the way that he's written, like it's definitely they indulge in that a bit. The fact that he's the most terrible character on the show, or not the most. All the characters on Family Guy are terrible, and nobody should get their values from Family Guy. If you do, then you're an idiot, as Peter would say. Like they say that in one of the shows. Maybe you should take responsibility for what your kids are viewing. Maybe you shouldn't let your kids watch certain shows in the first place if you have such a big problem with them, instead of blaming the shows themselves. Yeah. And then season 13, aka volume, also, which would be volume 14. This is, you see the lady, all the Peters there. It's supposed to be like, because Peter's the Irish Catholic kind of thing. And I'm the baby! And then there's another episode, I think it was Doug Ilmoff, where Peter says, I want to be the baby. There, he got to be the baby. So, Stewie, Chris, and Brian's Excellent Adventure. That was a lot of fun. 18 episodes and a 3-disc set. Commentary by series writers, directors, producers, and cast members on select episodes. Deleted scenes. On the Road to Springfield, The Making of the Simpsons Guy. Full episode animatic on Stewie, Chris, and Brian's Excellent Adventure. So special features are getting a lot more sparse the later and later volumes, but yeah, still. I like to keep security tags a lot of times. Season 13, disc 1, 2, and 3. And then the episodes in here, disc 1, we have The Simpsons Guy, Book of Joe, Baking Bad, Brian the Closer, Turkey Guys. And then disc 2, we have The 2,000-Year-Old Virgin, Stewie, Chris, and Brian's Excellent Adventure, Our Idiot Brian, This Little Piggy, Quagmire's Mom, Encyclopedia Griffin. And then disc 3 is Stewie is Ancient, which is notable for being the very last episode they played on Family Guy on Adult Swim before they pulled it from their schedule due to Disney taking all the cable rights. Dr. C and the Women, hashtag Jolo, Once Bitten, Roasted Guy, Fighting Irish, and Take My Wife. All other episodes past that had aired, like up to season 15, had aired on Adult Swim before, but it's just that they didn't, I'm trying to say. Yeah, they just didn't, I don't know what I'm trying to say there. Yeah, that was in the rotation. Sorry, I just had a brain fart there. Yeah, that's the one that was in the rotation as the last one before they pulled it, so. That was released in December, forgot to mention this season 12 was released in December 2014. This one was in December 2015. And then we have season 14, aka volume 15, in December of 2016. I can't remember exact days or whatever, but yeah. Special features on here, we have commentary by series writers, directors, producers, and cast members on select episodes. Deleted scenes, full episode animatic on A Lot Going Up Upstairs, The Art of Family Guy, and Talking Animals mashup. Candy Quahog Marshmallow is the theme of this volume here, as you can see. Disc 1, we have Pilling Them Softly, Papa Has a Rollin' Son, Guy Robot, Peter Normal Activity, Peter, Chris, and Brian, Peter's Sister, Hot Pocket Dial. Disc 2, we have Brokeback Swanson, A Shot in the Dark, Candy Quahog Marshmallow, The Peanut Butter Kid, Scammed Yankees, An App a Day, Underage Peter. And then disc 3, we have A Lot Going On Upstairs, The Heartbreak Dog, Take a Letter, The New Adventures of Old Tom, Run Chris Run, and Road to India. Then on November 7th, 2017, we got Season 15, aka Volume 16. Special features on here, we have deleted scenes, Family Guy remembers Carrie Fisher, and Adam West tribute. Because both Carrie Fisher and Adam West passed away. They were still in this season, but they recorded them a lot earlier, but they passed away before the season. Like, I think they passed away during production of this season. So, like, during the season's airing. So, like, the next season was season 60 is the first. Like, they were sort of passed away in the middle of production of those, but middle of airing of these. Because they usually make them a year in advance. So, it takes about 1 year to make a single episode of Family Guy, but multiple episodes are worked on simultaneously, mostly in sweatshops in Korea. So, and it costs like a million. I forget exactly how much it costs to make each episode. But yeah, each main actor gets paid a lot per episode. Disc 1, we have The Boys in the Band, Bookie of the Year, American Gigolo, Inside Family Guy, Chris Has Got a Date, Hot Shots, High School English. And then Disc 2, we have Carter and Trisha, Hal Griffin Soul Christmas, Passenger for 87, Gronkowski's, Peter's Def Jam, The Finer Strings, The Dating Game. And then Disc 3, we have Cop and a Half-Wit, Saturated Fat Guy, Peter's Lost Youth, The Peter Principle, Dearly Deported, and A House Full of Peters. And then Season 16, aka Volume 17, released in December of 2018. 16, you can see, like, sort of, it's kind of a cool way to do it. It's very Andy Warhol-esque. This is the season I think it changed. Didn't change quite a bit, like, as much because of Disney buying this stuff later, but still, this was the first season that really tackled, like, cancel culture, and, like, because this is the first season that to premiere after Trump got elected, and they wanted people to, I guess, to know that, like, they weren't conservative, like, they weren't Republican, like, MAGA people, but they also, even though, like, because a lot of their jokes would probably say that they were, like, the fact they make fun of all the everyone marginalized they've made fun of on Family Guy many times. But basically, they also didn't want to say, though, that we were hardcore liberal either, so they made that episode, the D in Apartment 23, which is hard to watch because it's so real and so down to earth, like, the fact that it's, like, yeah, because it's the cancel culture is toxic, too. Like, because that's the thing, like to that person who commented on my HDVD update back in January, they said, stop being PC, it's so off-putting, simply for mentioning the fact that the Wachowskis are transgender women. To the person who commented, stop being PC, it's so off-putting to that, just know that I hate the far left and the far right both quite a bit. I'd say I'm more middle to left-leaning, but really I'm very middle, so. Because I think both sides are incredibly toxic, and both sides just meet in the middle, really, when they get to both extremes, so. Only 2 special features on here. We had deleted scenes and 3 directors animatic with commentary. And this is also the first season to not have any artwork on the disc, which is boring. And then Disc 1, we have Emmy-winning episode, Fox and the Men House, Nanny Goats, Follow the Money, the 3 directors, The D in Apartment 23. Disc 2, we have PD4, Crimes and Meg's Demeanor, Don't Be a Dickens at Christmas, Boy Dog Meets Girl Dog, Dog Bites Bear, Send in Stewie Please, V is for Mystery. And then Disc 3, we have Veteran Guy, The Wolf of Wall Street, Family Guy Through the Years, Switch the Flip, HTT Pete, The Unkindest Cut, Are You There, God? It's Me, Peter. And then Season 17, this is the last DVD they ever released. You can find, like, on, like, Etsy and places like that, and they're always selling bootlegs, because, like, I know a lot of the seasons, like, later American Dad seasons, and then everything after Season 1 of Bob's Burgers, they would put out as those burned-on-demand DVDs through Amazon, and they look like they're probably those, but they're not legit at all. They're just bootlegs, and some of them are pretty funny. Like, they make them try to look almost legit. Like, a lot of times these things that are bootlegs, they look legit enough that you could easily fill a gap in a collection, like, for Sony Pictures Animation movies, I was looking at one today online. It was a bootleg of Wish Dragon, which was never released on physical media officially. But it was a bootleg that made it look it looked almost legit. So you could definitely use that bootleg to fill a gap in your collection, knowing that it's not real, though. Like, Like how people make these custom-made Revenge of the Sith VHS tapes. I'd just rather have whatever's released, but a lot of times, yeah. Well, whatever. It's if I really like a movie, though, I'll usually try to make my own DVD of it. So there's the season 17. This one's also rated PG with mature theme. Mature theme basically means mature subject matter, but no, this one should be PG with crude content, really. So, or 14A with it should be all these should be 14A. That's what a lot of the older volumes were, yeah. Special features in here, we have deleted scenes. This reminds me of that time, 20 years of Family Guy's Greatest Cutaways. You Can't Handle the Booth, alternate episode without character commentary. I haven't watched that yet, I'll have to. And commentary in You Can't Handle the Booth, which is an episode with basically the whole thing is they're doing commentary, so that's kind of funny. 2 commentaries going at once. And this was the very last release of Family Guy DVD because by the time this came out, 20th Century Fox, 21st Century Fox, most of their assets, excluding their news, sports, and broadcasting, because the antitrust lawyers wouldn't let Disney take those because they already owned ABC and ESPN. All those assets were owned by Disney by that point. But they didn't officially change the studio to 20th Century Studios until January 2020. And they didn't shut down 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment, that independent home entertainment division, until then either, so. But this was still, they kind of just got everything out for after a year and then stopped then. So I'm glad that they could have very well have just skipped doing this altogether, but they didn't. Because then the next season was after the first one where they were making references to being bought by Disney, so. So disc 1, we have Married with Cancer, Dead Dog Walking, Pal Stewie, Big Trouble in Little Quahog, Regarding Carter, and Stand By Meg. Disc 2, we have The Griffin Winter Games, Con Heiress, Pawtucket Pete, Hefty Shades of Grey, Trump Guy, Bry Robot, Trans Fat. Definitely telling here they're getting a lot more in the political and social issues. And I feel like that's the thing with all this stuff, with Disney especially taking over later. I find Family Guy's kind of bland now. It's not the whole thing is that before it relied on shock value, but now there's no shock value. There's nothing in it pretty much besides a couple jokes here and there. Family Guy in the history of Family Guy Light, No Giggity, No Doubt, You Can't Handle the Booth, Island Adventure, Throw It Away, Girl Interneted, and Adam West High. So that's the year's worth. That's 16 years, 16 and a half years worth of Family Guy DVDs. But that's not it. That's not my entire collection, because I also have a couple of bonus things I'll show you. I am going to go downstairs and show you that 20 Greatest Hits later, but I will show you my UMD for PSP releases of Family Guy. This one is Volume 1, Seasons 1 and 2. Same episodes as the DVD counterpart. As the commentaries, behind the scenes, and trailers. 28 episodes from Seasons 1 and 2 included in this 5-disc set. Yeah, 5-disc set DVD picture quality, so. Forecast for tomorrow, a few sprinkles of genius with a chance of doom. So there's disc 1, disc 2, disc 3, disc 4, and disc 5. Because you can't include it as much on those, I guess, as a DVD, so. But still, 4-disc versus 5-disc, it's still a lot, but they're just not as evenly spread out, so. Then we got the freaking Sweet Collection on UMD. Most people will probably know this one is just coming in a little mailer, because it was one thing that was included. I think it was the Daxter, it was Daxter was the game that was included. It was the game Daxter and the Family Guy, the freaking Sweet Collection disc, so, yeah. But I have the retail copy, so a lot of people probably don't have that, so. Again, same 5 episodes, When You Wish Upon a Weinstein, Road to Rhode Island, the uncut version. That one is still, this one right here is still censored. The Love and Die in Dixie, I Am Peter, Hear Me Roar, and Lethal Weapons. They did do a Volume 2 on UMD as well, and I think Blue Harvest. And the Cavalcade of Cartoon Comedy, but I don't have, I have the Cavalcade of Cartoon Comedy, but that's not Family Guy, so I'm not going to show that. Then it says, sometimes it's just fun to watch. As a Dodgeball, Napoleon Dynamite. I've never seen Napoleon Dynamite. I know it's one I have to see, but I've never actually seen it. I hear it's great. Super Troopers, Office Space, Family Guy presents Stuart Griffin The Untold Story, Family Guy Volume 1, and Cheaper by the Dozen. And then here's Stewie Griffin The Untold Story on UMD. I got this one in a bundle with my current PSP, because my original PSP was stolen. So I got an insurance, I got a new one, and this came with the bundle, so. it was used on eBay, of course. So most features the uncensored audio track, fully audio commentary, and animatic comparison. There's the thing inside, which is nice. So you get the artwork here. The only artwork you don't get on here is the one with Stewie shaving himself, but I think I could live without that, so yeah. Anyways. And then here's this Family Guy 20 Greatest Hits. Now, again, I like set compilations of things, so it's kind of nice. But this is a 3-disc compilation. You would think the 20 Greatest Hits would be like a disc of, it's Family Guy, like a disc of Family Guy songs. No, it's the whole episodes, but each episode in this one, this was made for the 20th anniversary. This year was the 25th anniversary, so yeah, this is for the 20th anniversary in 2019. Each one in here is an episode that features a musical number. And a lot of the classics are focused on here, too. See, I have this DVD set with some of my miscellaneous DVDs that are like things I already have on other things, but are like compilations and stuff, and like rare, like interesting DVDs like that. Like this Chub Chubs, for example. Don't need that DVD, but it's a cool oddity. But anyways, so some of my oddity DVDs and like older oddities, so 20 episodes in a 3-disc set. Holy shapoopy. This does have a exclusive bonus feature. 300 episodes, 2 cancellations, and 1 mural. Lyric videos, and a music machine, which is like a jukebox. So disc 1 has Road to Rhode Island, When You Wish Upon a Weinstein, Brian Wallows and Peter Swallows, the Cleveland Loretta Quag. Let me start again. I'll tell you what season each one's from. So disc 1, from season 2, we have Road to Rhode Island and When You Wish Upon a Weinstein. From season 3, we have Brian Wallows and Peter Swallows. From season 4, that's the majority of this, I think, we have the Cleveland Loretta Quagmire, PTV, Courtship of Stewie's Father, Brian Sings and Swings. And then disc 2, also from season 4, we have Patriot Games, Sibling Rivalry, and Deep Throats. From season 5, we have Peter's Two Dads, Airport 07. Season 6, we have Play It Again, Brian. Season 7, I Dream of Jesus, episode 420. And then from season 8, we have Road to the Multiverse. Season 9, Road to the North Pole and Friends of Peter G. From season 12, we have In Harmony's Way. And season 14, we have Candy Co. Hug Marshmallow. So there's a list of episodes there, too. So then here's the booklet of song lyrics. It's kind of cool that they have that, let's see if I can sing like little parts of each of them, like just to see. So of course, the seems today that all you see is violence in movies and sex on TV. So, see. Oh, what I need you. You've got a lot to see. You have AIDS. Yes, you have AIDS. I hate to tell you, boy, that you have AIDS. When we swing, I forget how that one goes. Yeah, I don't know. They don't have all the song lyrics here, I don't think. Probably because some of them, they're like the Summer That's Green, probably like they don't have the rights to probably put that in here because that's from Little Shop of Horrors. Normal Indian chief, bring us back your ways. You Indians were so awesome in oh so many ways. I'm just a prom night dumpster baby. I got no mom or dad. Yeah, that song is disgusting, but still. So I usually include some of these in here. It's a wonderful day for pie, and you ask all the birds in the sky. Jessica Biel and Megan Fox wearing nothing but their socks is all I really want for Christmas this year. I think it would be cool if they did a Family Guy DVD of just all the Christmas specials. That'd be cool. And then another one from that, because Road to the North Pole is kind of a light musical. Christmas time is killing us. Killing us. Because I have $30,000 in credit card debt. When they call, they tell them I can't pay it back yet. Credit card debt. Then I can't poop in strange places. Strange place. I can only poop in my home. Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? It is so friggin' good. Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? If you haven't, then I think you should. Into Harmony's Way has so many great songs. Everyone from Florida is stupid. Everyone from Florida is dumb. I wouldn't say that. I have friends from a couple friends from Florida, but or like at least one friend from Florida. So she's not dumb at all. So it's the stereotype though that Floridians are dumb. So But that's because it's a red state, and she's definitely not a red state voter, so. Why the hell do you brush your teeth at work? Why the hell do you brush your teeth at work? And this is my favorite from the episode. Train on the water, boat on a track. Train on the water, boat on... Like, this is just such a fun song. Like, it seems like it could have been, like, an actual hit song. The waitress is prettier than my wife. I could kill my family with a knife. You should look at your mother's boobies. No matter how big and round they are, you'll end up seeing something you don't wanna. It's guaranteed to leave a metal scar. And that's it. So, they have a lot of those... It's like, yeah, I wish they would have had more songs. I guess maybe they couldn't fit them all in the book, so. But yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed my Family Guy collection. This is a long video. This is over an hour long, like a movie length, so. Sorry if it was really too long, but yeah. But if you enjoyed it, then that's great. So tell me, what is your favorite season of Family Guy? Like, how do you divide the eras of Family Guy, for example? For me, the way I divide it, there's, to me, I divide it in 4 eras. There's the original pre-cancellation age, seasons 1 to 3. And then season 4 to 9 is post-cancellation. And then season 10 to 17 is post-McFarlane. And then seasons 18 to present are the Disney era. So yeah. This is Pixelman 1001 signing out. Peace.